Hey guys, so we're here with Mr. Keith Barron. Keith, who's Dr. Keith Barron. No, it's good. It's good to specify.
Sure.
Someone that I've just learned is an expert at making money, but as well an expert at the mining sector. Keith, you've had success previously. Mm-hmm. You've made out well, and now we're moving on to the second success.
But, hopefully.
Well, give us a little bit of a roadmap of what you've done and what you're currently doing, because I find it fascinating, because you're one of the success stories here.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and thanks for having me. I'm a professional economic geologist. I've been in the game now for 43 years. I've got a PhD in geology, and I hit upon, way back in 2001, of setting up a company privately, funded out of my hip pocket, called Aurelian, looking for gold in Ecuador, down near the border with Peru. Staked 93,000 hectares, a big land package. Did the exploration and found the Fruta del Norte gold deposit, which over the next year is scheduled to produce 550,000 ounces of gold with Lundin Gold at an average grade of about 10 grams per ton.
Not a bad
Fantastic
price,
deposit.
Eh? Oh. Not a bad price for gold right now too, eh?
Not bad at all.
Good timing on top.
Yeah, no, those guys are like, it's like owning a printing press for them, right? It's just coining money. But I'm trying to do it again in an area that's 100 kilometers to the north, in the same belt. And we have 208,000 hectares. We've been exploring it for 8 years now. Now we've spent over 60 million US on this project. All the heavy lifting's been done. We're at the stage now where we have a boatload of drill targets, drill-ready things, and talking to the majors about joint venture, various types of deals that would be accretive, and push this thing forward. Now we've got 4 different types of commodities this time, not just gold, but gold, silver epithermals, copper, and silver in sediments, kind of like Kamoa-Kakula that Friedland has down in the DRC, but we have that on our property. Lead, zinc, silver, and porphyry copper. Those 4. All 4 which could be real success stories by themselves, but you put the whole thing together in aggregate, it's a very compelling story.
Well, because again, you've done it with gold, but now we're doing it with 4 different types of minerals.
Sure.
How can the story develop itself? Because it's somewhat different, but at the same time, you're going to follow the same path. So maybe just run us through with the investors that are jumping into the story. What's the path going to be this time? What's the road traveling?
Well, what we need is to find an economic deposit. And we've got lots and lots of smoke, and as I said, drill-ready stuff. Now, the last company went from 30 cents to $43, 9,000% increase. I was the major shareholder, and I've thrown more than $20 million into this company, Aurania, to further the exploration. I own 44%. I do not take a salary, and I am completely aligned with the shareholders. If the shareholders don't make money, I don't make money. And I put a lot of money at risk here. So, and as I said, I've been in the game for over 40 years, and I think I know what I'm doing. And, we've got to make it a success. But it's at the stage now, and, the market has been weak. But because we do have gold assets in the company, and everyone is really bullish on the gold price, bullish on the copper price too. But I think we can and should be attracting more eyes onto us. Not just retail investors, but the funds and everybody.
And you already know some of these players because they've had success with you. So I'm sure they're already talking to you, trying to get the information on a daily basis, what's happening. Because they want to know what's on the ground, and you're on the ground all the time. So you know your project better than everyone. So
sure,
they're calling, right?
Yeah.
Jeez. Now for investors, where can they find your stock? Where they can get your information? Maybe even give you a call?
Sure. Well, I'm always available. We have an office in Toronto. Our share symbol is ARU. We're listed on the TSXV. If you wanted to fire me off an email, it's Keith@Aurania, AURANIA.com. Anybody can reach me and I will answer.
As you mentioned, the markets are a little bit weak right now. Frankly, doesn't make much sense because considering we're seeing so much copper being bought from China and the DRC, copper LME trading over $9,000, gold, historic prices. Why are these markets so hard?
Yeah.
Because we have great people like you that have the experience that are, I don't want to say a sure shot, but if you're going to invest in someone, you want to find someone that's done it. So you've done it before. Why are the markets so timid?
Well, I think largely a lot of the venture capital that would normally go into our space, it was firstly sucked away by cannabis, and now very much by tech and crypto. So that's where the cash is going, and I think there's a whole generation of investors who are looking for instant gratification, and they're not willing to hang around for the story. Exploration takes time to develop, but you can turn a piece of worthless moose pasture here in northern Quebec or wherever into something worth many, many billions of dollars in really a heartbeat. And you know what happened with my company, we drilled a hole, we had some success. It went from 30 cents to 80 cents. Within 1 week, it was at $4. Within 2 weeks, it was at $16, and it kept moving, all the way to $43. Then we got bought out by Kinross for 1.2 billion Canadian, $1.2 billion, right? It was a hell of a ride. And I guess I'm an adrenaline junkie. I just loved it. It was a lot of fun, and I want to do it again, and we will do it again.
And I'm sure. And one thing for investors to keep in mind, everyone likes these 12% yearly return. At best, by the way, I'm saying great market conditions, you can find maybe 12% on a large cap stock such as Netflix, Amazon. But you can't say you're ever going to see 9,000. So that's something to keep in mind. This is the only sector where you can find 9,000% return on investment.
Yeah.
Dr. Keith,
thank you so much.
Pleasure. You're one of the best people to meet around here. I have to say that. That's a story of once in a lifetime. And
hopefully twice in a lifetime.
That's what I was going to say. Thank you.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much.
Well, if you made it this far, you must be a real fan. So you better smash that like button, let us know what you think down below. And if you're not subscribed already, do that and turn on that little notification bell so you don't miss a single one of our videos. While you're at it, check out the last one. It was a real good one. And until next time, see ya.